Xin chào các trưởng. Welcome back to our continuous learning program. This one will be the last. Today will be the last day for this month for this program. We will have trưởng Anton, huấn luyện viên cao cấp Anton Nguyễn Ngọc Linh. Anh Linh currently is trưởng ban nghiên huấn Trung ương. Um, I'm not gonna list out what position he did in the past because obviously that he did every single position that you can think of in Thiếu Nhi. He's been Huynh trưởng for a long time. That's why we invited him here to share with us his journey, to share with us why keep him so long in Thiếu Nhi and what gave him the inspirations so that he can continue doing what we're doing, especially in this pandemic that everybody is sometimes get lost and forgetting the jobs of the Hun Trưởng. So Alan today is here today to share with us, to inspire us, and hopefully that from this lesson we can pick up something else to apply for our own life. Okay, xin mời anh Linh.
Okay, cảm ơn Thiên Anh and good morning everyone. So let's start with the prayer. Anh muốn mời tất cả chúng ta cùng nhau mình vận động. Chúng ta dâng lên cho Đức Mẹ một tin kính mừng để chúng ta cùng mời Đức Mẹ đến với buổi nói chuyện của chúng ta trong ngày hôm nay nhé. Nhân danh Cha và Con và Thánh Thần. Amen. Chúng ta bắt đầu với kinh lạy Cha, là kinh mà Chúa Giêsu đã dạy chúng ta trong tất cả các kinh nguyện. Thì đây là cái kinh quan trọng nhất vì do chính Chúa Giêsu gửi đến cho nhân loại của chúng ta. Lạy Cha chúng con ở trên trời, chúng con nguyện danh Cha cả sáng. Nước Cha chỉ đến, ý Cha thể hiện dưới đất cũng như trên trời. Xin Cha cho chúng con hôm nay lương thực hàng ngày và tha nợ chúng con như chúng con cũng tha kẻ có nợ chúng con. Xin chớ để chúng con xa trước cám dỗ, nhưng cứu chúng con cho khỏi sự dữ. Amen. Và chúng ta dâng lên cho mẹ Maria kinh kính mừng để mời mẹ luôn đồng hành với phong trào, đồng hành với mọi người chúng ta, nhất là mỗi cá nhân của chúng ta trong cuộc sống. Vì chính mẹ là người đã mang Chúa đến cho nhân loại. Chúng ta cần mẹ, chúng ta nhờ mẹ để chúng ta đến được gần với Chúa. Kính mừng Maria đầy ơn phúc, Đức Chúa Trời ở cùng bà, và có phúc là hơn mọi người nữ. Và Giêsu con lòng bà gồm phúc lạ. Thánh Maria Đức Mẹ Chúa Trời, cầu cho chúng con là kẻ có tội, khi này và trong giờ lâm tử. Amen. Sáng danh Đức Chúa Cha và Đức Chúa Con và Đức Chúa Thánh Thần, như đã có trước vô cùng và bây giờ và hằng có và đời đời chẳng cùng. Amen. Nhân danh Cha và Con và Thánh Thần. Amen. Okay, good morning, các huynh trưởng. Good morning everyone. And the first thing I would like to say thank you to ban chấp hành của hai liên đoàn Đa Minh Savio và liên đoàn Holy Family. Mời anh Linh đến với cái buổi nói chuyện này. I think today is more about my personal sharing, but then we are talking about the we, not talking about the someone out there, see, he, them. We're talking about us. We're talking about our personal life. And I would like to share my personal life, my journey in Thiếu Nhi Thánh Thể. And I think that's how it helped to connect all of us. And I have been asking, các ban chấp hành that I'm going to wear cái khăn màu đỏ. I have been using when I go to chapter đoàn. And so hopefully that we somehow connected. And I know we have some hiệp sĩ and trưởng thành during this time. There's no training, even there's not many promotion that around there to promote you to become a youth leader. But let's just try to be connected with our journey as a youth leader. All right. With that, I would like to let me see. Now, with this conversation, if you have a question or you want to interrupt or whatever, just go ahead and use the chat room, or you can raise your hand. I have a lot of members of Ban chấp hành. They are with us here today to monitor, to listening, to share. At the same time, they can help me to make sure that if you have your voice will be listened. Okay, and then Trưởng Socrates will help us as a technical. Thank you for doing that. And he continue to monitor and watching, and hopefully, and by the way, just let you know, all the sharing here is personal, even though we have recorded, right? We record it so we can use it for the future learning purpose. That's all. There's nothing wrong with that. If you don't feel comfortable with the recording, please, just I would say you can just withdraw, but this conversation actually recorded, and everything sharing here is personal. Okay. All right. With that, I would like to start with my slides. And first thing, I think I would like to get to know, right? So I think that you guys need to know who am I. We're talking about who we are today, but the first thing is we need to know that who's Anh Linh, right? So again, my name is Anton Nguyễn Ngọc Linh. Thank you, and I think Anh Phạm already introduced me. And I have a couple of things to share with you. So I'm a husband with one wife, and I'm a father of 3 children. One is Thomas. Thomas now is a hiệp sĩ trưởng thành, and also is going to be a Huynh Trưởng. He's 19. My second son is Anthony, is 17. Maria, the last one, is 12. So they keep me busy. And I am a lifelong learner. So I will go into that detail later on. And I am a servant leader for over 32 years, since I'm 17, starting in Thailand. And then I am an IT professional. So that's all about me. Now, I think we need to know each other. So I would say, let's get to know you. And with that, I would like to invite you to open your browser, your phone, and navigate it to the poly.com, and then I have the address up there. So please enter your information, and it's only 4 questions, just like I give you 4 information, and I think I want to know 4 things about you. All right. So for some people already ready, just go ahead and answer the first one. So we have a good group of 21 to 24, or now 25. Interesting. All right, so we have about 30, 25, 30. So the 25 is more. Okay, so I'm going to this. So we have about 20% is in a group of 18 to 20. So probably Huynh Trưởng cấp 1 and cấp 2. We have 21 to 24. We have about các Huynh Trưởng ở cấp 2, cấp 3, and probably someone in huấn luyện viên. And a lot of them is a Huynh Trưởng and huấn luyện viên. It's 50%. Thank you everyone for joining me today. And here's the next one. How long have you been in VA well? Very good. We also have a lot of people, it's more than 10 years. So as I mentioned, I have been in Thiên Nhiên Thân Thể longer than 32 years, but as a youth leader, it's more than 32 years. Okay. The next one is describe yourself in 3 words. Go ahead. Any good character, personal traits, humble, modest, creative, yes. Fun, game, show, determined, love it. Care, role model, love it. Organized, spoken, truthful, compassionate, truth, stuck, self-giving. Interesting that we see organized. A lot of us here is a very organized person. Determined too, right? Compassionate also is a big one. Cool. Now we see love. Cool. All right, so here's the last one. This is very nice picture. I want to take a quick snapshot here. And I want to show you this picture here. Okay. It's very good. Okay, the last question is, okay. So as a Huynh Trưởng, what is your priority in life? And I will share with you mine. And how to do it, you just click on the box, and then eventually it shows the arrow control up and down, and then you can rearrange. Now this list has been arranged in alphabet, but then you should be able to arrange it. Which one is the most important in your, to you? Put it on the top, and then the second most important, and so on. So feel free to do it. There's nothing to worry about. What's the right answer or the wrong answer? This is all about a different perspective, different personalities, and how we see the world is different from the other. And then I will share you mine when we get to this page later.
Hi, I'm Lynn. Would you be able to reshare your screen again?
Oh, I didn't share my screen?
No, it got overridden. There's a little technical error there. But
okay. All right. I will try to share my screen one more time. That will be turn on the audio, and then screen number 2. Thanks, Sakate. Thank you so much. I think this is the picture that for today. I love this picture. I'm going to save it. And minimize it here. All right, thank you. I think we have 15 results here. I'm going to move on. So get to know you. Thank you so much for respond to my polling here, and I will go back to that later. But before we start our journey, right, I would like to put a quote. I like a quote from Saint Francis of Assisi. What he's saying is, start by doing what's necessary. Then do what's possible. Suddenly, you are doing the impossible. I think this is our journey, your journey, my journey, and it's all about our BYM youth journey. We are doing the impossible thing, okay? So with that, I would like to, talking about the learning outcome today. I only have 3 things to talk about today. First thing is knowing our identities. So remember, I'm always using ours, okay? Sometimes I'm using I, but then it's all about us. It's all about the conversation we talk about us. We're not talking about someone else out there. A lot of people out there, we don't have to worry about them today. And then we're talking about our choice. I think choice is the side, our path, and then how we carry out our action and reflection. I think all these, highlight red wording I have it here, identities, choice, action, and reflection is important for our journey. So with that, I would like to show you another picture that from one of my huấn luyện viên Trưởng Hoàng. He's very creative. I think he saw this picture somewhere, the started somewhere in the building, and then he put in the Hàng Huynh Trưởng there. But it speaks a lot of things about us, right? It is who am I. So we are perfect in our imperfection, happy in our pain, but strong in our weakness, and beautiful in our own way, because God is on our side. Beautiful. It is about who we are. Okay. So with that, I would like to invite you to identify yourself, identify and recognize your identity, right? But then let's just learn from Jesus. How did he do that? Did he ever say anything about himself? Of course, if you go through the Bible, you will see that so many times he confirmed, he acknowledged, and he announced his identity, right? I am the bread of life. I am the light of the world. I am the gate. I am the good shepherd. I am the resurrection and the life. And I am and I am. Throughout the Bible, this is a very important thing. He has to identify himself, confirm himself, and make sure people understanding where he's come from. He's come from God. It is a message. It is the thing that he wants to let the world knowing it's a gift from God come to the world. And he confirmed his identity. What about us, right? Who are we? Have we ever have a chance to talk about and reflecting about ourselves, right? So we know that there's things that we cannot change who we are. So if you have a chance to think about what we cannot change ourselves, your identity, such as what? I would like to see if someone want to tap into the message. What do you think your identity that you cannot change? Anything about yourself you cannot change? I don't see any, and then or you can just can secretary, can you help to unmute people and let them talk? I want to see
people should be able to unmute themselves.
Unmute, and then you can chat. So the question is, anyone, can you just share with me that what thing that you cannot change about who we are? Any volunteer?
Someone responded, I'm alive in this body.
Okay, thank you. That's a good one. Well, if you don't have much to say, I'm going to tell you what I think. It is your parents. You cannot change your parents. And the funny thing is, one time my son, he told me that is not fair. I cannot change you, but I cannot choose my parent. But the funny thing, he say that at a very young age, he say, and Jesus is the only one who can choose his parent, who can choose his mom. It's funny. But anyway, I think parent is something, people that you cannot change. Your relative, your date, time of birth, your place of birth, your ethnicity. There's nothing that you can change about that, right? But it's okay. Accept it, acknowledge. It's important. But then we're also talking about there are things we can change from time to time. Okay, now again, what thing that you can change from time to time? Can someone share? You can speak up. You can tap into the chat room.
Someone said personality.
Personality, thank you for saying that.
Priorities in life.
Priority in life, that's exactly right. Yes. Anything else? One more?
I guess our viewpoints of the world, right?
Hobbies.
Hobby,
Beliefs.
viewpoints.
Beliefs.
Good. Anything else?
Perceptions.
Good. So here I have something. Faith. Yes, probably people grow stronger in faith. Good health or bad, right? Thing that you don't focus on your health, you eventually become bad. Thing that you don't pay attention enough, it will become bad. Even relationship, right? Your knowledge, growing, change, education, career, vocation. So vocation we're talking about is our vocation is a servant leader, is a youth leader, is a Huynh trưởng trong phong trào thánh thể, right? So thank you for doing that. There's a lot of things that you cannot change, but there's a lot of things you can change. And what you can change is that make you become who you are. All right. Knowing and accepting who we are is very important. But becoming who you will be is totally up to you, up to your decision today, up to your choice. Okay. So with that, I would like to stop this topic a little bit here. I'm going to play the game. All right, let's just play a quick game. And again, open your browser. And then we're going to play the Kahoot game. Okay, and what a game is about, how much do you know about VEYM is a group leader, or the coming become a group leader? How much do you know? Okay, so I have a Kahoot game, and if you open your browser, your iPhone, just say kahoot.it, and that is the pin number for today's game. This is not a test, guys. Right, I'm going to start the game now, okay? Get ready. All right, we have a winner. Yes, we have big brother, sister, a servant leader, an educator. It all above. Thank you. Okay, Pope Francis have talked. Yeah, this is true. If tụi em nhớ cái câu kinh của mình là lạy Chúa Giêsu huynh trưởng tối cao hả? That's the supreme huynh trưởng. Okay, supreme youth leader. So that's a true answer. Thank you. So we're gonna ask, Pope Francis. It's not fair. Pope Francis always win the game. All right.
Good.
Yes. So here's a question that I should know. All right, so so the correct answer is we only have 4 divisions. All right, trợ tá and huynh trưởng is not a division in phong trào thiên thánh thể. Okay, so we only we're just playing and make sure that everyone pay attention to those terms that we use in thiên thánh thể, right? We don't call ngành trợ tá, we don't call ngành huynh trưởng, but we call ngành đấu, ngành thiếu, ngành nghĩa, ngành hiệp sĩ. Oh, Pope Francis still lead. Huh. Interesting. All right. The number 4. Yes. Yes. Interesting because sometimes when I talk to a young Huynh Trưởng, right, and I said, did you go to the website? And they say, what website? I mean, our VUM website. They don't even remember they don't even know actually the website address and everything that we have for our farm town. So again, hopefully that starting today, if who the group of people that you don't know exactly the address. So we are veym.net. Okay. People were asking about what we are organization nonprofit. Why don't we have the ORG? Let's talk about that later, another time. Okay. So just remember that veym.net. And we'll be here, Professor. Oh, Professor still lead the game. Interesting. We have PA, we have AAA, Panda, and Ted. Okay. All right, the last one. It's a multiple choice. Do you have more than one answer? Okay. Yeah, thank you. So both of the answer is from the bylaw, the new bylaw we have. Okay, have to be 18 years old or older, and have to be a confirmed person in Catholic faith with all 3 initial but what is it, sacraments. So we have the baptism, we have Holy Communion, and confirmation, right? Một huynh trưởng, you need to be a confirmed Catholic person. All right, thank you everyone, and see who's the winner. Cheers. Who? Number 3. Rep Thảo is number 2. And Greta. Congratulations and thank you. Ryan. Okay. Send it off here. Thank you everyone, and I'm sorry about the misspelling, the wording on here, but thank you Chị Nhung and everyone corrected. All right, so let's go back to the who we are, right? And I think there is a favorite quote that I would like to share. And this is something from the internet, unknown author. And they say that what we are is a God gift to us. What we become is our gift to God. I think this, resonate in me a lot. And the words that I would like you to think about is the gift, right? It's a gift. So, who we are. So, I would say in my definition, among all the things that you have heard about who is a Huynh Trưởng, right? We are servant leader, we are teacher, we're an educator, we are big brother and big sister. But to me, it also is a gift giver. And why did I say it is a gift giver, right? So let's just start with the gift. Let's start with the gift. What is a gift? So how do you know it is a gift, right? And when we give someone a gift and expect or hope to receive something back in the future, is it a gift? I don't think so. I think it's called investment. It is an investment. And then when we give someone a gift to get something out of it or to get a resolution of something, it's not a gift. We all know it is a pride. And you have heard that the pride there was in the 2019, there's a big college admission bribery scandal, right? I think including like 33 parents with 8 universities, including Georgetown, Stanford, UCLA, University of San Diego, USC, University of Texas, and I think the Wake Forest University as well. I mean, the parent, bribery, give them the money to let their children go to a good school, Ivy school. But that's not the gift, all right? They just make a donation, give to the athletic program, the sport program, but that's a bribery. It's not a gift. Or when we think we deserve a gift from someone, when we do something good and we think we deserve a gift from someone, it's not called a gift, right? It's more like a payment, or you earn it. So today, let's just see what it truly is a gift. How do you know it is a gift? A gift is freely given without any attachment, no string attached. Okay, that's called a gift. And a gift is not a transaction. It's nothing that you give it, you're doing something today and you're expecting something late out of it. And a gift cannot be earned. It has to be freely given. So here we know how it is to give. Now, the picture here I want to show to you, that you can see the parents, right, bring the kids to us, right? So it's this picture, it is talking about our journey, entire journey to become a gift. So as you remember in the very popular verse of the Bible, it is about, for God so loved the world, right? That he gave his only son, John chapter 3, verse number 16. God gave us a precious gift, which is Jesus, because he loved the world so much. And then God gave a couple like me, like a lot of parents here, a husband and wife, a gift of their children, right? We have a children, that's a gift in life. It's a marriage life. And then we ourselves, we are the gift from God to our parents. So that's a gift. So the parents want and give the best gifts to their children, right? And in this picture, you can see the best gift that they can give to their daughter is to bring them to VEYM and bring them to us so that they can learn from us and they can be loved by us. I think that's the best gift the parent sent it to us. For us, we pray, we play, and we teach their children. We give ourselves to the gift. We become a gift, and we are also a gift giver. When giving a gift, we want to give the best one to people. You don't want to take something that you don't use at home or something that not important to you, and then you give it to people. That's not how you give the gift. You want to wrap it up nicely, get the best one in there with your heart and meaning, your love and everything you put inside. That's the gift that you want to do. Okay. So we are a gift to our youth. Huynh is a gift to our children, to the TNTT member. With that, we are the gift giver, but we also want to become a perfect gift. I want to say perfect instead of saying the best gift. We want to become a perfect because God is a perfect, right? But how are we going to do that? How? So here is come to our choice. Come to our choice to become a perfect gift. Start with a choice. I think there's many people have watching Harry Potter, right? And then in one of the chapter book, one of the book, Dumbledore said, would make you very different from Tom Riddle. It is our choice, Harry. That's so that we are truly are far more than our abilities. who recognize what is the name of the book in Harry Potter with this quote? Word and answer, word and text, if you remember. Có ai nhớ không? Có ai nhớ cái đoạn câu này Dumbledore nói với lại Harry trong cái phim nào, trong cái book nào không? Ok, không có ai ha. Rồi trong cái The Chamber of Secrets, anh không có đọc sách nhưng mà anh chỉ có coi movie thôi. And I think this is a very good one that I picked it out from the movie. So I want to rephrase that. Okay, just removing the time wheel. But I would like to say this: what makes us different from others? It is our choice. That so we truly are, far more than our abilities. So on the picture here, I saw Denzel Washington. And if you don't know about him, if you are not a movie fans, then Mr. Washington, he's an American actor. He's the director and also producer of the Hollywood movie, right? His career starting in 1993 is, and up to now, for many years, he had been nominated in Oscar and with the Best Supporting Actor. He got twice nominated, but then only win one in the movie of Glory in 1990. And as a best actor, he got 6-time nominees, but only win one time in the movie of Training Day in 2002. So there is Mr. Washington deliver a famous and inspiring speech titled "Put God First" during the commencement address at the Dillard University in 2015. I have a chance to watch it on YouTube. I'm not there physically, but then I have a chance to watch him from the YouTube, and I would like to play here so then we all can listen to him one more time. And let me know if you cannot hear the music, his voice.
Number one, put God first. Put God first in everything you do. Everything that you think you see in me, everything that I've accomplished, everything that you think I have, and I have a few things, everything that I have is by the grace of God. Understand that. It's a gift. 40 years ago, March 27th, 1975, it was 40 years ago, just this past March, I was flunking out of college. I had a 1.7 grade point average. I hope none of you can relate. I had a 1.7 grade point average. I was sitting in my mother's beauty shop. They still call it beauty shop now, but they call it, yeah, I was sitting in the beauty parlor. I was sitting in my mother's beauty parlor, and I'm looking in the mirror, and I see behind me this woman under the dryer. And every time she looked up, every time I looked up, she was looking at me, just looking me in the eye. I didn't know who she was, and I said, she said, "Somebody give me a pen, give me a pencil, I have a prophecy." March 27, 1975, she said, "Boy, you are gonna travel the world and speak to millions of people." Now mind you, I flunked out of college. I'm thinking about joining the army. I didn't know what I was gonna do, and she's telling me I'm gonna travel the world and speak to millions of people. Well, I have traveled the world, and I have spoke to millions of people. But that's not the most important thing, the success that I had. The most important thing is that what she taught me and what she told me that day has stayed with me since. I've been protected, I've been directed, I've been corrected. I've kept God in my life, and it's kept me humble. I didn't always stick with him, but he always stuck with me. So stick with him in everything you do. If you think you want to do what you think I've done, then do what I've done and stick with God. Number two.
It's very powerful, right? He keep God in him. God stuck with him. And then he also mentioned that, put God first and stick with him. I think that is the choice. I think that's the first choice, and that's my choice. Okay, that's my choice. So I would like to invite you to look at this choice again. And now take your a minute after hearing all the things that we have been talking about now, after hearing Mr. Washington's speech, I would like you to reconsider and see if you would like to reorder your priority again. And then I will share you mine. All right, take a minute, take a note, write it down again. Put in the order. Would you stick with the same order? I think there's nowadays many Huynh and many chapters are concerned, and a lot of presidents are concerned about how their Huynh prioritize their life. And I would like to use this moment for you to do that with the intention of being a good person with God in your life. If someone can share, you can go ahead and type into the chat room your priority choice. The most important on the top, the least important at the bottom. And again, I know someone would say that, what about friends? What about other things? Well, I would say in this context, just stick with me on this 5 items. Probably you have another item that you want to move it out here, put something else, it's okay. But today we're just talking about these 5 items. And I encourage you to do that at home. And I agree, your priority of life and choice actually changed. But hopefully there's only one thing that you cannot change. And I will tell you what it is. Okay, so do we have any volunteer to say it or to text into the chat room what your priority? Sakate and Nhung có ai chat cho mình không? Anh không có thấy được cái đó, anh không có cái room. Okay, so
Sorry, then có người respond. Christina Vu responded God, health, family, education, and VEYM.
Thank you. Còn ai nữa không? Okay.
Religion, family, education, health, VEYM.
Thank you. Can we have one more?
If it's easier, you can write down the numbers. Okay. God, family, education, career development, and VEYM. God, family, health, VEYM.
Okay, continue to do that, please, because all the chat, all the message that you're sending, eventually it will be part of this conversation we're talking about. And hopefully that các anh chị ở trong ban chấp hành will share with you other people's choice of sharing, right? And then keep it for for yourself. So here's mine. I think a lot of people have similar to mine based on this choice, and I can go about that, and I can quickly talk about that. Of course, to me, God is important, right? Religion, God is important to me. Put God first, just like Mr. Washington. Without him, whatever we do in this has no meaning, okay? Our life, there's a purpose in life that we want to meet our creator. So then if you meet your creator, you have to put him first, right? And serve him and love him and do whatever it is to put him first. So then the other thing to me is also important to me is a family. Because when I was a single, my parent, my family, my dad and mom and my brother and sister, they are important to me. I mean, if I have to do something that why I'm in the camp and my brother say that, hey, brother, I need you to get home. My car, I get an accident in the car, and can you just run? I would do that. I actually did. So if my family have a need that they need my presence, I would be there for them. right? So that's important how we choose, how we put the choice here. And as you know, many of you later on, you know that you will meet me in the training camp at one point. I can be like Samak Trưởng, can be Samak Paul, can be anything in the camp. And then if my family, my kids calling, my wife call me and asking me that I need you to be home, you know what I will do? I will go home. And I will say sorry to the entire and everyone out in that one. And remember, we stick with our choice. The next one is education and career. I think that's also important to me because without education, I cannot become a perfect gift. I cannot become a best gift to people. And my career is important so that I can support my family. I want to continue to enhance my career, to be a better of myself, right? To support my family. Now I have a responsibility with a wife. I say one wife and 3 children, right? I want to make sure that I can bring home income and can help them to support them. So education and career is always in my third item. And the next one is my health. Not many people know that, but I myself, at the age of 48, I have, I say, okay, there's a challenge that I want to do in my life. It is run marathon, right? If you know me, I exercise, I practice karate, I practice martial art. I do kicking, punching, I do that every day. I do pull up every day. So I don't want to let go of it. Your body, your mind, and your spirit have to be strong. Then health is important. Keep up with the health. I mean, if you don't focus on something, it will come back, right? Similar to health. And then when you are not healthy, you are, you really want to be a good Huynh Trưởng, you really want to be a great Huynh Trưởng, but then you're always sick. Or when you went to the camp, you get your body doesn't feel well, and you cannot perform even at your job, right? If you're not healthy, you cannot perform. And then if you're not healthy, you become a burden for your family, right? God wants you to have a good health. So health is number 4. And surprisingly, even though think anh and các chị nói, với tụi em, you all know that I was a former president. I have been in all positions in Phong Trào. And I am now is also a Trưởng Bang, right? But then as you can see, I put VEYM is the number 5. Now I have a really a good story to share with you. When I was a president in 2001 to 2007, there's one Huynh Trưởng call my house every day, just calling and talking to me. And then eventually, even in my family time and my dinner time and everything. So then at one point, I completely ignore him, right? I say, it's okay, that's enough. And then eventually he called my wife and he complained about that I'm a person that's supposed to be responsible and taking care of a lot of good things and answer his call and everything. So then one time I call him back and I say, you know what? I don't know, you know that, but VEYM is, it's not my priority at this time. At my dinner time, my family is still ahead, and I have time to work with the problem with VEYM, but it's not now. And then if you are, and then he say that if you do that, then you should not be a president. I say that I'm fine. If you think that I'm not a good president because I don't put VEYM before my family, then it's your choice, and just tell people to elect the next person. But I am doing what I think is right for me, and VEYM is not my first choice. But I do know that there's many people for sake of your family and just stick around with VEYM, do everything to VEYM, and then forgetting your responsibility at home as a children, as a father, as a brother, as a sister. So today is a time for us to spend time pray and reflecting on our choice to make who we will become. Also is our action, right? Action is important. Our action is important, but our action is also how we carry out action in life is important. And I would like to encourage you to be proud to be a child of God in all your action. Whatever you're doing, show God faith, okay? And also I encourage you to be proud to be the Vietnamese. And it's sad to know that there's a lot of people, they deny their identity, they deny their origin, right? And I think it's bad. I don't think, in my own opinion, I don't want to say about their opinion. Now, we know that although, we are people of color, right? Although there is still in equality, disparity, racism, discrimination in this society. Yes, I do know that. And again, I want to put on the hat of my doctoral student now, where I'm learning, when I'm working on my dissertation about, there's a lack of Asian American as a dean and vice president in the higher education, in college, in university, right? And if you look at the data in 2017, American Council on Education, they published, and they say that Asian American are very successful. And among all the tenure full professor, Asian American have 27.7%. Okay, now white people have 28.9%. Very interesting. There's only 1.2 discrepancy. There's only 1.2. They are more than the Asian American. All right. However, statistically and based on the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission in 2018, right, there are only 2% of Asian American become a dean and vice president in college and university, but 84.5% are white. So I think there's a class ceiling. They call class ceiling of the people of color like us. Is it like Vietnamese people, Asian people, and everything? But remember, be proud of who you are. Be strong. Find a way to break the class ceiling, to rise above. Don't back down. Okay? And then the last thing I would like to say is be proud as a servant leader of the VEYM, because we're transforming our youth and making impact in our community, right? Now, I don't know if you know that, but I have been in Phong Trào so many years. We have so many Huynh Trưởng in higher education. They have PhD, EDD, they are professor, they are teacher, right? And in healthcare, we have like many doctors, we have pharmacists, lawyer, we have nurse, and then in the profit or non-profit organization, we have director and manager. They are come from TV, right? Be proud of it. Don't just compare to, I know some people keep saying, oh, Boy Scout have this, Boy Scout have that. But remember, look at what we have. And at the end of this conversation, I still have a lot of facts I can show to you if we have time. So be proud. And be proud, you want to, want to do everything in your action is serving God, serving others, but not yourself. If you're serving yourself, it's not the philosophy, it's not the idea, it's not the mission, it's not the goal of VYM. And then living your Catholic faith. I think nowadays there's so many people, even Huynh Trưởng, right? They don't go to church, they don't go to the Sunday Mass. All right. And they continue to go to Sinh Hoạt Phong Trào, but without going to the Sunday Mass. I think that's completely wrong. And as you remember, I said to be a Huynh Trưởng, you have to be a Catholic person and practice and living your Catholic faith. That's your action. So you are the person who transforming, inspiring people around you, and starting with the youth, starting with your friend, your colleagues at the workplace, at your local chapter, always thinking about what you're doing, whatever you're doing, it's transforming and inspiring people around you. So the last thing that we used to do is, making a positive impact in our community, not just for VYM, not just for the church, but for your community, your local community, your neighbor, your workplace, everywhere else in the world that we live in. Your action is important. That will make, and that will describe who you will be in the future. So transforming youth life, I want to show you quickly the picture of my son, Thomas. He's starting as an only, right? And then because of that Huynh Trưởng, because of the way that they make him so happy, he become a pioneer and then go on with his life, become a GSC. And then if you can see now, he become a hipsy and he plays music for the choir and for his youth. And recently, I just so happy that one of the sisters texted me this last Tuesday about that. Hey, your son will speak about youth life, you know, and with all the Huynh Trưởng and everything. So he's now at Singtan because he doesn't have a time to go to the training. But as you can see that we actually transforming a person from only from knowing nothing, and now he can actually, you know, on a webinar to talk about youth life. So thank you, các Huynh Trưởng, for doing that to a lot of kids and especially to my son. So, and the other thing is the one that's also important. We're talking about our choice. We're talking about our action to carry out, and you know, we're also talking about our reflection. Right? Reflection. It's important. If you don't reflect is part of our life. If you want to become a perfect gift, you want to become a best and a perfect, you have to reflect, right? And what I'm doing is I reflect my life every day, every hour, not just waiting until at night to do that. Every time I have something, I pause for a moment, think about that. Gratitude, thank you. Oh, I'm grateful because you did that to me. If you remember, I'm grateful. I'm here because các Huynh Trưởng ở liên đoàn Đà Minh Savio ban chấp hành mời nên đến đây. I'm grateful for that. Right? Think about that moment in life. Always reflect, and then think about the thing that you got challenge you deal with at workplace. Don't ignore that. Accept it. Acknowledge the existing of it. Right, and then try to work a way out of it. They're all challenging. Acknowledge it. I know some people that just try to skip it, that you try to ignore it. And eventually you can see that everything that you put in the bag, it comes back and hunt you down. So acknowledging, facing your challenge every day. And another thing that you also need to know, reflecting on. I reflecting on my success and my value, right? Sometimes I see, oh no, I shouldn't do that, right? Oh no, I should have done differently. That is a reflection moment. Be better, you have to continue to reflect. And don't forget to acknowledge your achievement. If you don't acknowledge your achievement, you cannot become a better person of yourself, right? You need to know that you have done a good thing and you want to be done a more good thing in life. Even your disappointment too, acknowledge it. Acknowledge it will help us to have an insight for lesson learned in the future to avoid it or to do a better job ourselves. So at the end of the day, what I'm doing, at the end of the day, I offer them all up to God. Yeah, God, take all. The bad thing, the value, the disappointment, my sin, everything that I have, it is who I am. But I'm offering to you so then you can help me to, you know, set me up every day with people around me, help me to know what is a good thing, what is the purpose of you to help me in life, all right? And then you thank God for everything, okay? Not just a good thing, even the bad thing happened to you, even the disappointment, just thank God for everything, because that will become your lesson learned. So that's the reflection. With that, I would like to go to the conclusion. And as you know that first step in life is my life is acknowledge who I am, who we are is important. Our identity, do not deny it, okay? And then you want to become a perfect gift. I don't want to say the best gift. We want to be a perfect, we want to be a better version of ourselves. I become a perfect one. If you want to give a gift to people, become a perfect gift. So then you can become a gift giver. You give the best of yourself to các em, to the other people, to neighbor, to people around you. And then the choice that you make is important. Remember, there's a lot of joy in life. Your choice is most likely will decide your path, right? And then your action you carry out is important. It's so who you are, the belief that you have, how you serve people, how you interact with people. And then the last thing is your reflection. It is important. If you doing everything, you make your joy, you make your action and everything, but then you forgot about reflection. What is the good of this? That's nothing, because eventually you will miss a lot of things, and then you may repeating the same problem you made, right? You may repeating the thing that you have done in the past, and something maybe cause a lot of small impact to the other people, causing problem to the other people, but something else can cause a bigger problem for people, and then you continue to do so. So reflecting will help us to, you know, separating us and make us become a better for ourselves. Okay. So with that, I would like to conclude our conversation today, my personal sharing with a famous thing that we always pray whenever we meet each other. And today, this is the time that I want to pray together with you. With that, I would like you to open your voice, your microphone, unmute it, and then we all together sing the song Huynh Huynh Trưởng together at this moment. Huynh Trưởng tối cao, xin dạy con biết hy sinh cao thượng, sự Chúa và giúp ích mọi người. Xin dạy con biết hy sinh không cần bao ca, luôn sống và không ngại bao tác, để ý Cha trên trời trong yêu hết mọi người. Cảm ơn đoàn Thomas Thiện ở Las Vegas làm cho mình cái video này. And thank you everyone for listening to my personal sharing today. And I think we are very on time. I don't know if we have any section for Q&A, but if you have any question, feel free to speak up, raise your hand, or text into the chat room that I hope I can have a chance to answer you.
Yeah. Xin cảm ơn anh Linh rất là nhiều. Thì các trưởng nào có câu hỏi nào, go ahead and just enter it in the chat room, and then maybe we have a few minutes for Q&A. Okay.
And Lynn, I have a question.
Hôm nay là, go ahead, Socrates.
Yeah, and then, you know, that story that you shared with us about the person who complained to your wife, right, back when you were president. So after I'm just curious how the whole situation turned out. I can't remember if you mentioned at the end, but after, you told him your position, how did he react to that? Or what did he respond back?
So thank you for asking me that. I should continue that lesson, but then he backed off. But he not really back off. He didn't call me anymore, right? However, he complained with different leaders in the committee, and he said that. And then when I met them, we laughed together. It's funny. I mean, that some people have that talk and conversation, but we just laugh. And eventually he backed up, and he never brought it back up. Yes, that's a true story. That's a really true story. He called me almost every night, and then asking me to talk to him about all the problem. And at one point, my wife just, say, Anh Linh is not available. He's with a family now. And then he upset and he yelled at my wife. And that's why I call him back and I talk to him. Very interesting.
All right. Thank you so much, anh Linh. Thì bây giờ chắc mình cũng, okay, so we have a question coming in. What advice do you have for leaders at the đoàn level for motivating our Huynh Trưởng who may have disconnected from Thiếu Nhi?
Well, I would say at this time is a COVID, we all have a difficulty. And I think the most important thing that every one of us, we just acknowledge there is a difficult time for everyone. We manage to manage, you may be able to manage your own time, your priority at this time, but some people don't. And some people have discouraged, not just because of there's no Thiếu Nhi, there's a lot of things in their life, around their life at this time, we don't know. I myself, as a ban in Huynh, I continue to talk to các huấn luyện viên, but then I think the important thing that we can do at this time is, get together, especially as a personal level, pray for them. If you see some of your brother and sister Huynh Trưởng, they have some difficulty, they have some discouragement, and they have have no motivation, whatever, just pray for them. And make sure that whenever Ban chấp hành Trung ương or Ban chấp hành Liên đoàn, they have something, remind them, just send information to them, encourage them to join. And I think that's all we can do at this moment. If you have a personal level connection, make a phone call, just listen. You don't need to advise, you don't need to talk to them out his situation, but at least be there listening as a person, as a friend about his problem and pray for him. I think that is my advice, and that's how I practice. Okay.
Yeah. Cảm ơn Linh. Dạ, thì hồi nãy secretary có gửi cái link trên cái chat room đó về cái feedback đó hay là về cái questions for speakers. Nếu các trưởng nào mà có thêm câu hỏi thì go ahead and just send it there, and then if you enter in your email, we will respond your questions accordingly. But thank you so much, Anlin, for accepting to lead this very awesome session today. And I know that today, after today, các trưởng cũng kind of figured out who they are as một người individual, một người huynh trưởng, một người child of God. So I hope that everybody leaving the session today recognize that you are a child of God, and everything that you do, it's in God's image, and just go out there, serve others, serve God, and do everything that you just live your Catholic life and transform and inspire those around you, and obviously making a difference and a positive impact on the people that's in your life. And thank you so much, Anlin, again for you're here today, and we know that you're going to come back in the near future because we do have other sessions, on continuous sessions. And so we hope that you stay tuned and be ready when we ask you. Thank you so much, Anlin.
I will be humble honored to see that.
Mọi người. Và xin Nhung và Nhung cũng xin giới thiệu với cái the next session we have tonight. It's exciting session, and I think it's very helpful for all of us since of COVID, and we have to facilitate all the sessions online, and this is good resources for us. And so for the session tonight, it's at 7 p.m. Pacific time, and it's 10 p.m. Eastern time. It's called Play It. So trưởng huấn luyện viên Hồ Hằng Hiếu, he will present to us the tips, tricks, and various resources and how to effectively use them online and offline. So I think that this one we will probably open it to more participants. So if you have any huynh trưởng that can benefit from this session here, please go ahead and we will send the link, and you can just go ahead and sign up, so then we can have your emails to send you the follow-up resources. Okay, so hopefully see you everybody tonight. Anlin, hopefully we see you tonight again. Okay, rồi có câu hỏi thì cứ cho bọn Nhung biết nha. Just enter into the feedback. And also, if you can, please take a few seconds to provide the feedback to us, because the feedback really helps us to kind of facilitate and to coordinate better sessions for the future, and any comments you may have. Thank you so much, các trưởng. Happy Saturday, and enjoy the rest of a beautiful day. Raining in DC, but I think California is sunny sky.
All right. Thank you,
everybody.
Have a good day. Bye now.
Have a good day. Stay safe.
Yep.